John Darnell, the coder from games such as Dragon's Lair and its sequel, Singe's Castle, brings us these great little westerner style games, and in this video I'll be looking at both Kane and Kane II, which is, in fact, not a person, but a Wild West town that sees Marshall McGraw attempting to negotiate a peace treaty with the Indians. However, the railroad company have hired a gang of thugs to stop him. You see, the railway company have planned to drive a track right through the sacred burial ground, and you have to keep the natives sweet whilst fighting off a variety of renegades and mercenaries. Your first task is to win the respect of the Wagari Indian tribe. Strangely enough, this is done by shooting down hordes of tasty ducks, but in traditional style, you shoot down the little blighters with a bow and arrow and not a 12-bore shotgun. Are they ducks? Anyway, I'm going to refer to them as ducks. Good shooting earns you peace medals, and it's these tokens of Indian esteem that you have to get back to the president to conclude the peace. Though the ridiculous scream sound a stricken duck makes should have been reward enough, I feel. Poor sods. The ducks appear at varying altitude from the left and fly horizontally to the right, and you start with 10 arrows. As the arrows take time to reach the target and the ducks are moving, you'll have to anticipate their position before you fire, which can take some skill. If your shot is successful, the arrow returns to the quiver, but arrows that miss are lost, and once all arrows are depleted, it signals the end of the stage. It's possible to take down more than one duck with a single shot if it falls onto another as it plummets. Not sure if this was a bug in the code, or if the arrow somehow pierces the one below too. Anyway, it's a cool trick if you can pull it off. No more than 30 ducks can be allowed to fly past, or you'll end the level. And if you've not got any peace tokens, you may as well just give up now. However, if you've run out of arrows and provided you have killed enough ducks to trade for at least one peace token, you can proceed. The number of ducks required for a token depends on the difficulty level, beginning with 3 kills per token. So, you rush off from the duck chute, mount your horse and charge across the plains to Kane. This I found to be the most difficult bit, because if you incorrectly judge a jump, you'll find yourself painfully unsaddled. You have to canter from left to right, or increase your speed to gallop and overcome wider obstacles. This is tough to judge, and you'll probably find yourself unseated a lot on this stage, but you must persevere. Various annoying obstacles such as bushes, rocks, etc. can be avoided by jumping over them at the correct speed. The peace tokens will deplete each time your horse collides with an obstacle, and if you run out of peace tokens, you may as well give up, and it's game over. When you finally reach the town of Kane, you are ambushed by outlaws. Here you have to control the aim of your revolver, but unlike the first scene, you also move left and right whilst aiming. The outlaws appear from cover at varying positions in the town and shoot at you. Retaliate and shoot 10 outlaws, but don't stand in the same position too long and get yourself shot. At higher difficulty levels, the bandits are quicker and more accurate. With only 6 bullets in your revolver, you'll have to move to the rightmost position off screen to reload. If you are shot, you'll lose a precious peace token. Defend yourself from the attack by dodging about, picking men off. All their actions are designed to stop you getting that train out of town to Washington intact, with the peace medals. Finally, in the last scene, you race to the depot and try and grab that train before it's out of reach. Similarly to earlier, you must obviously do this while jumping those pesky obstacles. As you need to gallop faster than the train to catch up to the steam engine cabin, this part of the game is pretty difficult and frustrating. Saying that, the game has got enough action in it to fill a John Ford Western. It's addictive and it's fun. The sound effects are more than adequate, and the graphics are clear and colourful with smooth scrolling. McGraw's bow action and the horses galloping are particularly good, but it doesn't end there. Yep, in Kane II, Marshall McGraw is back in another package of minigames with a traditional cowboy theme. The notorious Black Hole Gang caused Marshall McGraw a lot of trouble back in the old days, almost causing an Indian war before he caught them and sent them off to jail. But now they're free, and up to their old tricks, kidnapping the daughter of the Indian chief in an attempt to start another war. In Kane 2, it is up to McGraw to once again save the town of Kane over the course of 4 stages. Some say a bit of a hack of the original with the same format and even the same graphics, but you'd be surprised to know that the variation in this sequel has enough to keep you going, even if you've just come straight from playing Kane 1. In the first part, McGraw rides his horse alongside a train to shoot at outlaws, so I hope you've gained some skills of both shooting and jumping those darned obstacles, because you're going to be tested in both areas. Kill off all of the bad guys, indicated by the amount remaining in the lower right of the screen, and earn more of those lovely gold peace tokens which, as in the original, act as lives for the rest of the game. Keeping with the shooting theme in this stage, you have to have a shootout with the Black Hole Gang at their hideout at Fort Apache, where they are keeping the Indian princess hostage. Same format as in Kane 1, with only 6 bullets in your revolver. You'll have to move to the rightmost position off screen to reload, and once again, if you are shot, you'll lose a precious peace token. Once you've done this, you need to tame your new Bronco to be a new getaway companion, building up peace tokens with correctly controlling your steed. The objective is to stay on the stallion by pushing the joystick in the same direction that it is moving and pressing the fire button when it jumps. Staying on the horse will reward you with peace tokens, while any error will cost you 1 of your 3 attempts. Finally, now you've escaped the clutches of the Black Hole Gang, you must ride off into the sunset whilst avoiding rocks and bushes. Naturally, as this is against the clock, speed is of the essence. Despite being something of a lazy cash-in, Kane 2 still manages to be entertaining and fun. However, I think I preferred Kane 1 due to the difficulty in later levels on its sequel. Much of Kane 2 is a straight copy of the original game, with much of the artwork and sound effects being identical to the first. They've even saved themselves a few quid on the cover art, as the cassette inlay was identical except for a 2 added to the title. Ingenious. So guys, that was Kane 1 and Kane 2, and as well as saying a massive thank you for watching, I hope that you enjoy this video. If so, please don't forget to hit the like button and let me know which version of Kane you preferred in the comment section. Also, which were your favourite and maybe even worst parts of the series. I'd be interested in hearing your thoughts in the comment section. Finally, a quick message to kindly ask that if you enjoy these nostalgic Commodore videos, then please do consider subscribing to the channel, where we delve deeper into the library of games and revisit more of these classics from our youth. It'd be great to see you in the next video, and there's plenty more on the channel playlist. So, for now, I'm off to stick on the film The Cowboys and pester the family with my terrible impressions of John Wayne. Hope to see you in the next video. Until then,
my hip twice, and on my worst day I could beat the hell out of you.
Bye for now. Get off your horse and drink your milk.